O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I know, right? I can't believe it myself sometimes. I mean, this cooler is only 3 feet wide.
Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Value starts here at your Toyota dealer with savings and reliability you can count on. So check out a RAV4 with up to $750 cash back, or an all-wheel drive Venza Hybrid now with $1,000 cash back, or go with a Highlander now with $750 cash back. Visit buyatoyota.com for more great deals. You can take cash back or apply toward down payment. See your dealer for details. Offers end July 6th. Toyota, let's go places.
For all of your IT needs, visit OmniPerforms.com. Omni Strategic Technologies, the only IT company that the watchdog trusts.
In a hurry and need to see a doctor? The Woodsdale Health Center and Walk-In Clinic is located across from Little Caesars on National Road. Open 7 to 7 Monday through Friday. Patients can receive primary care, treatment of minor illnesses and injuries, wellness visits and physicals. There's also a lab draw station open from 8 to noon weekdays. A division of Wheeling Hospital, the Woodsdale Health Center is led by family physician Dr. Michael Wilson. Call 304-234-1971. They'll take good care of you.
Hello, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm the Storm Tracker, Darnell Foster. With a look at your local weather forecast for your Friday. Mostly cloudy skies with a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. A daytime high of 81. Overnight low of 69 degrees with showers and storms likely. You'll see showers and scattered storms in the forecast for your Saturday, otherwise mostly cloudy, with temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. Have yourself a great day, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
In the year 1898, Marconi sent his first radio message across the English Channel.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Let's have a tune. I'm sick of this silence.
There's nothing wrong with being fun and popular and just giving people what they want.
This is not radio fantasy camp. We're on the air here.
You seem happy this morning.
Is it Friday already?
Friday.
All I'm doing is getting on the air. The revolution will be broadcast.
How about Friday?
What's this?
Did you ever hear of a thing called radio?
Thank God it's Friday!
It's show time.
Informing and entertaining the Valley for over 25 years. This is the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe in the 100 Days of Summer.
Well, another beautiful day outside. 62 degrees, clear skies at the Wheeling, Ohio County Airport. 58 and sunny on the deck here at the home studio in the Elm Grove section of Wheeling. 60 degrees at the Robinson Auto Group Studios, downtown Wheeling in the heart of the Ohio Valley. Beautiful morning, sunshine, blue skies. Going to see some clouds maybe rolling in a little bit later in the day today, and by evening time, could see some showers and thunderstorms, even the possibility of some severe weather. But at least starting the day off, another absolutely gorgeous one, as we have had the last few days. So just get out and enjoy it. In the immortal words of the late comedian Alan Sherman, hello, Mudda, hello, Fada, here I am at Camp Granada. You got to be of age to remember that, although that was actually a very popular song when the song came out from Alan Sherman. Hello, Mudda. In fact, I think it earned some kind of a place in Music Hall of Fame for something or another, too. Anyway, hello, Mudda. Hello, Fada. Here I am at Camp Granada. It's 7:11 on the Watchdog Morning Show. Biffy, this is kind of like pick your holiday weekend, right?
It is.
I mean, we've got Juneteenth, and we've got Father's Day, and we got the start of summer, and we've got West Virginia Day in the Mountain State. Not to mention do it for Baby Dog Day. I mean, it's like, what shall I celebrate this weekend? I should pick one. I love this Juneteenth is an interesting day. A couple of years ago, very few people even knew what Juneteenth was. Juneteenth, a holiday created and celebrated, frankly, in the Black community, the African community, for a number of decades now. But it commemorates June 19th, 1865. That's when Union soldiers brought the news of the freedom of the slaves to Galveston, Texas. The Confederacy had been over, the war had been won, we had signed the treaties and so on, and it still took a couple of months before they galloped into Texas and said, oh, by the way, you slaves, you are not anymore. And that's what Juneteenth commemorates and celebrates. We've really just begun to pick up on this in the last couple of years. I mean, like yesterday, or this week, a couple of days ago, the Senate and the House, they passed a Juneteenth federal holiday bill, like days before Juneteenth. President Biden just signed it yesterday. It was like, oh my God, it's coming up. We better get this thing taken care of. And here in West Virginia, Governor Justice, honest to goodness, wasn't sure yesterday. He literally wasn't sure. Early in the day, yesterday, the governor was asked, Governor, are we celebrating Juneteenth? Is it an official holiday in West Virginia? And at first the governor said it is. And then he said, no, it's not really a holiday. No, it's not an official holiday in West Virginia. In fact, quoting the governor early in the day yesterday, I always recognize my mistakes, and I don't take long to do it. My notes had said it's an official holiday, but it's not an official holiday. That was noonish or so yesterday. It is not an official holiday. I said it was, but I was wrong, and I apologize. It's not an official holiday. Then, later in the day, he held a press conference to announce that Juneteenth is a state holiday in West Virginia. So, it is, it's not, it is. Somebody get me Baby Dog. I gotta ask Baby Dog. Baby Dog, is this a holiday? And I guess they decided it was. So, Juneteenth it is now a federal holiday. It has been a holiday declared by Wheeling City Council in the city of Wheeling, and apparently now it's a state holiday too. So it's been a long weekend for state employees because you have now, today is off. Today is a closed day for state and federal offices and city offices as well. City building is closed in Wheeling, for example. Today is a closed day because today is the day we're going to celebrate Juneteenth, which technically is tomorrow. And then Sunday is West Virginia Day. So West Virginia office is closed on Monday. It's I'm telling you, it's just like pick a holiday. I think I'll celebrate Juneteenth. I think I'll celebrate West Virginia Day. I think I'll celebrate Do It for Baby Dog Day. I think I'll celebrate Father's Day, or maybe the start of summer. They're all here, packed together in this weekend. So, Biff, which holiday are you going to recommend? Which holiday are you going to celebrate today?
All of them.
There you go. There you go. Whatever the excuse is to have a holiday, that's you could just do it. But so I think I have this right. Federal offices are closed, although the post office said, and I have to understand. I usually criticize the current administration of the post office, but I get this. The post office, because they literally just signed the Juneteenth federal holiday designation yesterday. The post office says we can't just change our schedule in like 24 hours. No, we're going to keep on delivering the mail on Juneteenth this year. Next year, probably it'll be a holiday, but so the post office will continue to be open. Your mail delivery will continue tomorrow, even though it is a federal holiday. But most federal offices will be closed today. Again, state and city offices in Wheeling closed today. You know what I didn't do, Biff? I didn't look to see. Is it officially a holiday in Ohio? A state holiday? And I just realized I forgot to look that up and see. I don't know.
I didn't hear anything from Ohio yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't either. I haven't, but we heard a lot from West Virginia. And we heard from, again, Governor got it. First yes, first no, then yes. It has been a holiday declared by City Council for a while, so we know that's coming up. Juneteenth celebration, in fact, tomorrow, 5 o'clock in the Market Plaza, 6 o'clock, some live music and entertainment at the Heritage Port in downtown Wheeling. That's for tomorrow. That's actually the official Juneteenth celebration. I just realized I really haven't heard what Ohio is celebrating. So, all right. 7:17 here on the Watchdog Morning Show. And we must not forget, Biffy, it is also on Saturday. It's Father's Day. Here's a little ditty for you.
Hey, Dad. Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy?
Papa was a rolling stone.
Papa's got a brand new bag.
Come to Papa.
Father of mine. Every day I see a little more of my father in me. I'm gonna be like you, Dad. Old man. The old man.
Is my father's eyes.
I just want to wish all the fathers out there a very happy Father's Day.
So happy Father's Day to all the fathers and all the father figures that there are. Someone ranked all the 50 states according to how well they fit the dad stereotype. And I wondered when I first saw the story, I was like, what? It said this is some of the states are the most dad states. What is the dad stereotype? I'm not sure I agree with this. They began by looking at stats on grilling in state by state. So I guess a grilling dad is a good dad. I don't know. The wearing of nerdy shoes, that apparently is a dad thing. Dad joke popularity in the state. These are things they took a look at, among other things, and then they ranked all of the states for their dadness. They looked at how much money dads spend on their kids. They said how obsessed they are with grilling, and all that kind of good stuff. The top 4 dad states. These are the 4 daddest states, not baddest, but daddest states of them all. Iowa, Nebraska, Missouri, Kansas, and number 5 is Vermont. They're the daddest states.
Wouldn't have guessed any of them. Probably, I probably would have got to about maybe, I'll say 25 before I probably would have gotten any one of them.
Iowa or Nebraska.
Yeah. Wouldn't have even given them any consideration.
Somehow I don't have the vision of dads out on the deck grilling in Iowa. I suppose they do. I mean, obviously, but you know what I'm saying? It's just,
yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't somehow fit the stereotype. The rest of the top 10 dad states: North Carolina, Delaware, New Hampshire, Tennessee, and South Carolina. So those are the daddest states in America. Now, on the flip side, and this is interesting to me, the least dad state is one of our favorite states, Biffy.
Florida?
Yeah. Florida is dead last in dad stateness. I don't know. Dead last is Florida. Next to last is Hawaii. Then comes our favorite, Mississippi, Mississippi. And right before Mississippi, there we are. There's West Virginia. We are 4 from the bottom in the daddest states. So I guess I see a lot of grilling going on. The nerdy shoes thing, I still don't fully understand. Dad jokes, I don't know.
Maybe that's
Anyways, those are the daddest states in America, in case you're curious.
Maybe it's the shoes that puts us down so low, I guess.
Well, that could be. We wear, of course, the stereotype is we don't wear shoes, right?
Right. We wear sandals.
Yeah. I had a song I used to play occasionally on the air. My old buddy, Eddie Mahone, and Eddie has moved to Florida now, but he used to be in several of the local bluegrass groups around here. And that's how long ago it was, he made a cassette. Before CDs, or streaming audio. He had a cassette. But one of the songs I used to play that I loved, it was called "We Wear Shoes." I'm from West Virginia and we wear shoes. That's not the way it went, but that was it. Anyway, those are the daddest states in America. And there's always a lot of comedy coming out. We talk about dad jokes. Dad stories lead to great stories from stand-up comics like this one.
I come from a broken home. My dad divorced his 5th wife 2 months ago. Yeah, it's really ripped the family to shreds. Joanne won't be around anymore. No! Who's gonna tan in the backyard sometimes, Dad? Are you sure about this? Joanne, useless human being. There's a reason you're 5th, right? No medal for 5th. There's no medal for 4th, and Doreen was chill. She was cool. My 4th mom, Doreen. She gave me a brother for 4 years, Doreen. That's crazy. I had a brother for 4 years. Now he's just some guy named Matt that lives wherever. I don't even know if he's alive. That's why I want to get famous, to find my baby brother Matthew. Matt, if you're somehow watching this, find me on social media, I forgot your last name. I don't know. When you're young, you think it's yours, but it's not yours. They have a different one.
All right, so we're going to have some dad comedy today. We're going to have just some dad fun. I got some interesting stories. What do we spend on Father's Day, and what are the Father's Day gifts people are looking for? I'll kind of intersperse that throughout the show this morning. So as we celebrate Dad's Day and West Virginia Day and Juneteenth and the start of summer, we got a lot to talk about. What are we talking about today? Well, we'll talk about Dad's Day. We'll talk about Juneteenth a little bit more. Wheeling Park is celebrating its 95th anniversary this year. Now, Wheeling Park over the years has been the site of a casino, an amusement park, an aviary, and a great deal more. The story behind how Wheeling Park became a public park is really interesting because it was a challenge by some wealthy business people who honestly didn't think that we would make it, and yet the city did, and the park became theirs. From the Ogilvy Foundation, my old friend Eric Jonasson coming by to give us some behind-the-scenes history of Wheeling Park, this on their 95th birthday. Local newspaper editor John McCabe and I have the Friday Roundtable and the local news in review. That will include Wheeling's tightened fireworks ordinance, the homeless liaison idea, and cutbacks to the Ohio County Library. That'll be coming up in the Friday Roundtable at 9 o'clock. Top of the morning today, the Supreme Court upholds Obamacare again. Justice coal companies let their benefits coverage for retirees lapse again. Mitch McConnell throws a wrench in Manchin's compromise election reform proposals again. I got all of this coming up top of the morning a little bit later on. So stick around, lots to do, lots to talk about, lots of fun and lots of serious stuff to get into. Guests dropping by, you're there. Text me if you'd like to, 304-214-1600, 304-214-1600. 62 at the airport, 58 here at my home studios. It's 7:25 on the Watchdog Morning Show.
Hi, this is Hoppy Kercheval. Join me weekdays at 10:06, right after the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard.
We'll use a top of the morning rejoin, Biffy, when we come back. Thank you.
Fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-362-2000, 362-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. I'm a private real estate investor who can solve your real estate problems fast for cash. Do you want to sell and just be done with it? Okay, great. I buy vacant properties, boarded up houses, pre-foreclosures, and inherited properties. I also buy apartment buildings, rental portfolios, divorce homes. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. I look forward to solving your real estate problems today. Give me a call for an all-cash offer at 614-362-2000, 614-362-2000.
Bridgeport. The Watchdog is protecting your yard. Join Howard Monroe, Hoppy Kercheval, Bill DeFabio, and Big Rick for the best live and local talk in the Upper Ohio Valley and beyond. Bridgeport trusts the Watchdog.
Top of the morning to you. These are the big stories making news and conversation today on the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe.
62 at the airport, 58 here at my home studios. Gorgeous sunshine everywhere today. Going to be that way much of the day, but rain, maybe even severe storms coming in later tonight. Full forecast with Zach is not all that far away. Don't forget, tonight is Riverfront Movie Night, and it's assuming that the weather doesn't get in the way. Tonight is Mutts and a Movie Night, where you can bring your doggy, bring little Bowser. Maybe the governor will come and bring baby dog. I don't know. It's Mutts and a Movie Night at Wheeling's Waterfront. The public is invited to bring your canine companion. The movie A Dog's Purpose, starring Dennis Quaid, is playing free under the stars outside of the riverfront. Great way to watch a movie, and you can do it with your doggy tonight. Mutts and a Movie Night tonight at the amphitheater, Wheeling Heritage Sport. All right, 7:30. Some of the top stories of the day today. The Supreme Court once again, and the Supreme Court this is another one of those stories where we sometimes have to stop and realize that what we expect, what we predict, what we yell and scream about at confirmation hearings don't always turn out to be exactly correct. The Supreme Court yesterday dismissed a challenge to the Affordable Care Act, to Obamacare. It's the third time the issue has come to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court has said, "Niet, we're not going to deal with this." Patrick Morrissey, of course, one of the attorney generals that brought this suit, and he was just apoplectic yesterday. I can't believe they did this. I can't believe they did this. But the Supreme Court, for the third time, rejected the latest Republican argument to kill the Obamacare law. I heard even a couple of Republicans yesterday after the fact saying, you know what? I think at this stage of the game, it's been over a decade since Obamacare has been the law of the land. I don't think we're going to roll this baby back, and I don't think they are. It was a 7-2 ruling, and among those who voted in favor of, or voted to keep the Obamacare Act, Brett Kavanaugh, Amy Coney Barrett, John Roberts, all when they were nominated were going to be, oh my God, is the court is going to die now? It's going to be nothing but a conservative political machine just living out the Republican talking points. And it turns out not to be that way. Clarence Thomas even voted in this case. Now, the ruling really didn't weigh in on the merits of the case. It didn't look at the specifics of the case. The Supreme Court said the plaintiffs, the attorney generals who brought it, did not have what they call standing, were not eligible to actually bring the suit. So the Supreme Court dismissed it. But it's the third time an Obamacare case has come to the Supreme Court, and the third time it has been kicked out for one reason or another. Truth of the matter is, Obamacare is the law of the land, and it's so deeply ingrained. You know, this happened, Biffy, with Medicare, Social Security. Republicans fought tooth and nail against each of those. Against Social Security when FDR started it, against Medicare when LBJ started it. And they fought tooth and nail, called it socialism, terrible, destructive to America. And there were several lawsuits brought. And eventually, everybody said, you know what, this is just part of our country now. Same thing, I think, with Obamacare. Supreme Court also ruled unanimously yesterday in favor of a foster care agency run by a Catholic organization. That Catholic organization does not want to provide foster services to LGBTQ couples because of the religious beliefs of the Catholic Church. The city of Philadelphia had then cut ties with the Catholic agency, saying, you must be equal for everybody, and if you aren't, we can't use you as one of our foster care agencies. But Chief John Roberts, in the opinion yesterday, said that the Catholic group seeks only an accommodation, allowing it to continue serving the children in a manner consistent with its religious beliefs. So a big support for religious beliefs outweighing the demands of the city. Kind of interesting there. Governor Manchin. I'm sorry. What decade is this?
Sometimes habits are hard to break.
Exactly. Senator Manchin has, of course, said he's not going to vote for the For the People Act in the form that it's in, and he. But then earlier this week, he came out with a list of things that could be modified in the For the People Act that he believes he could support. And most of it, it's not the complete package Democrats want, but most of it Democrats could support. And there were some Republican issues in there as well. And, Manchin's whole thing is he thinks maybe with this modified version, he could bring Republicans over to make it a bipartisan bill, which is what Manchin says he has to have before he'll vote for it, a bipartisan bill. No, ain't gonna happen. Mitch McConnell yesterday said, no, we're not voting for this. Nope. Senator Manchin may think he's got a great compromise here, but we're not going to vote for any bill like this, which goes once again to show that the Republican leadership, at least, is entrenched in simply opposing and obstructing anything the Democrats want to do. They are not. This is what I wish Senator Manchin would understand. I love Senator Manchin. I've just always been a big fan and supporter of his. But he's got to understand there is no desire to compromise by McConnell and his crew. He has no interest in compromising. His goal, McConnell's goal, is to make sure Democrats fail. Senator Manchin's got to at some point get that. So Manchin came out with this sort of modified For the People Act, one that Manchin said he could support. And he thought he could bring some Republicans along, but McConnell says, not let my guys vote for it. And it was a mistake. Stacey Abrams, big supporter from Georgia of election reform, came out and said she agrees with Senator Manchin. She can accept this bill. That was a mistake. Manchin is perceived by Republicans as sort of a moderate, reasonable Democrat. Stacey Abrams is perceived as a liberal, a libtard, far-right, radical liberal. And what they already began doing yesterday was instead of calling it Manchin's proposal, they made it Stacey Abrams' proposal. Because Stacey Abrams is one of those people that Republican leadership feel just say their names and the Republican rank and file will go, ooh, no. Kind of like Nancy Pelosi, no. So McConnell has basically said, not going to support even this modified bill that Senator Manchin wants to do. So at some point, I only see one of two things happening here. Democrats simply do not get to succeed in anything. That's what the McConnell wants. Or Manchin is going to have to acknowledge that the Democrats are going to have to go it alone. Because the Republicans will not compromise. And I'm not imagining it. McConnell is saying it literally in those words. We will never compromise. Oh, boy. Also, top of the morning, just real quick. Governor Justice and his companies, we know, Biffy, are already in financial hot water, right?
Yes, they are.
So several coal companies, this is a story out of the Charleston Gazette-Mail, several coal companies controlled by Governor Justice's family have failed to comply with the federal court order to continue providing prescription drug coverage to their retirees. This is the 10th time in 9 months they've stopped paying for the coverage. And they have been ordered every time you have a contract, you got to pay this. The governor is in deep trouble with his finances, just deep, deep trouble. And how in God's name a so-called smart businessman put himself personally on the line for over $1 billion is just beyond my ken. And this is just one more little example, just a little example. The prescription drug coverage has been allowed to lapse for their retirees for the 10th time in 9 months. And each time they've been told, pay those bills. I've said this before, Biffy, with all this trouble in your business hanging over your head, I don't know how Governor Justice gets up in the morning and does his job as governor. Well, of course, he doesn't do a whole lot of it, so maybe that's the reason. All right, 7:38, so that's top of the morning. Some of the stories I think you ought to know about, things that are happening today. We'll be talking about them throughout the day today. 7:38, 22 till the hour on this day before Juneteenth, 2 days before Father's Day, 2 days before West Virginia Day, 2 days for the start of summer. A big multi-holiday weekend is coming up. And we'll talk about the start of summer with Zach Petty from the Berg 7 in only a handful of minutes. But first, let's check some Ohio Valley headlines from the Big 7.
The WTRF Channel 7 News Update is...
Obviously, Biffy, I'll do a break after Zach.
The statewide mask mandate, he will also announce the first round of winners in the vaccine lottery drawing. More than 246,000 West Virginians have already signed up. It all kicks off at 1 o'clock outside the state capitol building. You can watch that live on WTRF.com or on the 7 News Facebook page. That was a look at your headlines. Have a great day and an even better weekend, everyone.
Following a day off, the Pittsburgh Pirates return to action tonight as they host the Cleveland Indians. At 23-44, the Pirates will try and snap a 10-game losing streak. On the mound for Pittsburgh, looking for his first win of the year, Chad Kuhl. He will enter the contest against Cleveland 0-4. Offensively, of course, the Pirates have struggled. By the way, they've only hit 47 home runs. That's the lowest total in Major League Baseball. Cleveland, 10 games over 500 at 38-28, are 18-15 on the road. In their last 10 games, the Indians are 7-3. Stanley Cup playoffs. On Thursday, Tampa Bay on the road beat the New York Islanders 2-1 to lead that best-of-7 series 2-1. NBA East semifinals, it was Milwaukee at home defeating visiting Brooklyn 104-89. That best-of-7 series is tied at 3-3. Coming up in the 1 o'clock hour, one of my guests will be Greg Brown, the voice of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Hey, be safe out there. Be considerate of others. Don't forget to check on the elderly. I'm Bill DeFabio on sports, and we are the Watchdog.
The Ohio Valley Rib and Chicken Cook-Off is back, featuring the best ribs your taste buds can handle. Come on down to Wheeling's Heritage Port June 25th and 26th to see who can win the coveted Karen Bauer Trophy. Admission is free, so stop by for live music, free cornhole tournament, beer garden, and more. the Ohio Valley Rib and Chicken Cook-Off, June 25th and 26th at Wheeling's Heritage Port.
We can stop the spread of COVID with the COVID-19 vaccine. The vaccine has been researched and tested. The vaccine is safe, and it works. All West Virginians age 12 and older can get a COVID-19 vaccine. The vaccine is free, and it's available at clinics and pharmacies across West Virginia. Find a vaccine location near you. Visit vaccine.wv.gov today to get your free COVID-19 vaccine. Community immunity begins with you.
The Watchdog prides itself in being involved in our community, and we want to hear from you. Does your organization have an event that you would like promoted on the radio? Please send us the details via our website, watchdognetwork.com. Just click on our contact page and fill the information. Live, local, and here for our community. Share your events with the Watchdog.
We're on air, online, on video, and on demand. Find us where you like us. This is the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe.
Temperature bumping up a little bit, 64 now at the Wheeling, Ohio County Airport. Let me take a look over here. Yep, 60 at my home studio. Sunshine, views, blue skies, beautiful outside as we prepare soon for the start of summer. Zach Petty is with us from the Big 7, WTRF TV. Zach, good morning.
Hey, happy finally Friday, Howard. How are you today?
Boy, there's so many things we can commemorate this weekend. Which are you picking to? This is finally Friday is a good point. Tomorrow is Juneteenth.
Yep.
Sunday is West Virginia Day. It's Father's Day. It's Do It for Baby Dog Day. It's the official start of summer. I mean, this is like pick your holiday weekend, and you can just whatever you want to celebrate, we can find one to celebrate this weekend.
Yeah, truly, I didn't have enough space on the 7A to add all those different icons, or else it'd get all muddled up, and you wouldn't be able to tell. It would more so look like one of those picture calendars instead of a 7A forecast.
But and for let's see, so for like city employees in Wheeling today is a holiday, Juneteenth, being commemorated today with a day off.
Right.
And Monday is a day off because of West Virginia Day. So for some people, this is a long weekend.
There
you
go.
and me, we're here working, but
yeah, we're working. We're not fancy.
And Sunday is the official start of summer. Is that right?
Yep, astronomical summer is here.
Is there a time of day? Because isn't that when we get the equal sun and darkness or whatever that is? Is there an actual time that we have that moment of summer come in on Sunday?
So technically speaking, Howard, it's the summer solstice, and that's actually the longest day of the year. What you're talking about for equal day and night is the vernal and autumnal equinox. Equinox is Latin for equal day, night.
You're right. This is the exact opposite. The solstice is the opposite. This is the longest day. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Right. This is the longest day of the year, and in terms of exactly when summer comes in, I'm quickly checking. I'm almost 100. It's at 11:32 p.m. on Sunday, the longest day of the year. We have about 15 hours of daylight on Sunday, so hopefully we can get some sun on Father's Day on Sunday, just because we got those scattered showers, a more active weather pattern coming in this weekend. But still, 15 hours of daylight. Get out and enjoy. Hopefully we can see a couple hours of sun. There's plenty of time for it, right?
I have a couple of weird summer facts I want to get to, but we'll work our way to the start of summer with our forecast. Today, the morning at least, and much of the day is going to be a pretty nice day. It's looking great outside once again, out my studio, out my home studio window. I'm looking at sunshine, blue skies, and I think 64 at the airport, 62 here at the home studio. So starting off pretty nice, and it's going to be a nice, at least part of the day today, right?
Yeah, nice part of the day. At least we'll call it the first half, if not 3/4 of the day will be pretty nice. Now, cloud coverage will start to build in as the morning develops. Looks like some clouds are actually starting to creep their way in over into central Ohio this morning, and I expect that to kind of kick into the panhandle, let's say between 9, 10 o'clock-ish. There's also the chance for maybe a stray pop-up shower by lunch. I expect most of us to stay dry, but then clouds will mix in with sunshine, kind of priming the atmosphere for the potential for some feistiness. Later on this evening, we're on a slight risk for severe weather, at least most of the panhandle, and there's actually areas over into central Ohio that includes Tuscarawas County, western Carroll, Harrison, Guernsey, and Muskingum County over into Ohio. They're in an enhanced risk, or a 3 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. And our primary concerns with the severe weather later on this evening is going to be the potential for some pretty gusty winds. I've seen some weather models indicating upwards of 50 miles per hour, the potential for some flash flooding, heavy downpours, the potential for hail, and then, again, an isolated tornado or two. Now, yes, the threat level for tornadoes are low, but they're not zero. So we still have to keep an eye out for that. And I'm actually going to probably be coming in later on this evening just to track some of these storms with Doc, kind of get some experience and just give him a helping hand once these start firing off. Time frame, let's say between 7 to 11 p.m., but it's such a tricky forecast, a lot of different variables that have to take into account. But I still expect to see some feistiness later on this evening.
All right, and again, it's going to be in the evening. Now, we'll see a nice sunny, nice morning, but maybe clouds rolling in during the day. But the stormy stuff won't come until evening, right?
Right, which is kind of, it's hard in a sense to think about it because it's like, oh, it's dark outside, nothing's going on. But you still have to, it's actually, the dark and the nighttime is actually whenever you have more so the bad weather, especially rolling through the Central Plains. They always had all the bad tornadoes and many casualties and such through the evening and overnight just because you can't see it. It's like, oh, it's just cloudy, and then all of a sudden your tornado pops down and it's actually much worse. So you just kind of, not saying that anything's going to happen just because you're only looking at future data model, but just have a plan in place, stay weather aware, make sure you have that Storm Tracker 7 app on your phone. Follow us on Twitter and social media just because we'll be updating everyone throughout the day just to give out the latest in weather information.
Now, we have had a couple of just gorgeous days. The last 2 days have been absolutely perfect, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. The morning, at least today, and part of today is going to be that way as well. But going into the weekend, we're going to kind of turn that around a little bit, right? I mean, it's going to be a bit of a rainy weekend. The storms tonight, but even tomorrow still going to be rainy, right?
Rainy, potential for an isolated thunderstorm early tomorrow, but definitely more of a Kerstunk weekend, especially for Father's Day weekend. Just, again, same sort of case whenever we had Mother's Day, whenever it was kind of rainy, dreary most of that Saturday and Sunday. Dad, maybe not a whole lot in terms of time to be outside cutting the grass, using that new grill if kids treated you right and got you a new grill. But hopefully we can see at least a little bit of sun on Father's Day on Sunday with the summer solstice rolling in. But certainly we'll be needing the Brellies. That is for sure.
And at least the beginning of next week is going to continue with that rain being a factor, right?
Yeah, the active weather pattern likely to continue both Monday and Tuesday. Monday will probably get back into the mid to upper 80s, and unfortunately the mugginess will also stick around. I forgot to mention that too, Howard. That's going to be returning later on this afternoon with the southwesterly winds bringing in the mugginess and dew point values back into the mid 60s. So that'll make it feel uncomfortable and sticky as well as through the weekend and start of the next work week. But then a cold front moves through on Tuesday. That'll drop temperatures down into the low 70s, and we'll stay at least in that ballpark, low to mid 70s, and hopefully getting back to more pleasant weather by Wednesday and Thursday.
All right. Well, again, so enjoy what's happening outside right now because we still have some sunshine, blue skies, warm temperatures, 64 at the airport, 60 here at the home studio. So enjoy at least the morning part of the day before things turn a little bit cloudy and then rainy later on. I have weird facts about summer here. I got to be honest. I don't even trust some of these, but this is a little list I got here. Some 10 facts for the start of summer. I'm not going to do all 10 of them. All right, I believe this one. the world's largest scoop of ice cream. I mean, summer is ice cream weather, right?
Yeah, totally.
The largest scoop of ice cream weighed 3,010 pounds.
What'd they
Holy
do?
mackerel.
What'd they do? Just put a bunch of little baby scoops in a swimming pool?
That's a great point. I would love to know how did you get, I used to work at Isley's in Elm Grove here in Wheeling, and the signature ice cream cone they called the skyscraper. So they weren't really scoops. It was like almost like a triangle thing that you put on it. And it was hard to dip. I could never dip. They would laugh at me because I could never dip the skyscraper. How do you dip 3,010 pounds of ice cream?
That's kind of hard to,
A lot of help.
With a lot. You're right, baby. Now, this next one, I'm not sure I believe this. Biff, Zach, have you ever heard this? The Eiffel Tower grows 6 inches in the summer.
I could believe it because with the warmer air, the metal is expanding. So I could believe it.
That's what it says. The Eiffel Tower gets 6 inches taller in summer because the metal expands from the heat. So if you've been in the Eiffel Tower, like in cold months, you haven't been to the top of the Eiffel Tower or as high as it could be because it grows in the summertime. Holy mackerel. That's weird.
That's cool, though. As a scientist, I think that's kind of cool. I'm a nerd, too.
The ice cream we all talked about. What's the other really big, cool treat for summertime?
Snow cones.
Well, they make them right here, they make them right across the street from you guys. Popsicles. And, of course, I'm talking about Ziegenfelders there. Popsicles were invented by mistake. In 1905, a guy from San Francisco left some sugar water out overnight by mistake. It froze. Next morning, by the way, here's the thing. Oh, here's some frozen sugar water I left out overnight. I think I'll taste it. He tasted it and decided it was delicious. And so he created the popsicle back in 1905.
How about that?
I had some unbelievable. I got some more of these. I'll share them with the audience later on. Zach, I'll let you go. Have yourself a happy Juneteenth, a happy Father's Day, a happy Independence Day for West Virginia, a happy start of summer, or whatever else you want to celebrate this weekend. Have yourself a good one.
Yep, all back at you and Brother Biff. Enjoy your weekend, gentlemen.
All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate it, Zach. Zach Petty from the Big 7, WTRF TV. Can you believe that the Eiffel Tower grows 6 inches in the summertime because the heat expands?
I couldn't until you mentioned the part about the heating, and then it's, okay, yeah, you can see where they're coming from on that one.
I get the science of it, but that just seems weird. I mean, when you think of a building, and the Eiffel Tower is a structure, when you think of a structure, you think it is what it is. I don't know how tall the Eiffel Tower is, but you think whatever the height is, that's what the height is. No. December height apparently is different from July height. That's just weird. I have a few more summer facts I'll get to coming up a little bit later on. 4 before the hour on the Watchdog Morning Show. Got some business to contend with here, Biffy?
No, we're actually good. We got everything in.
Oh, you got everything in? All right. Well, we're in good shape. Then it's time for me to remind you about golfing. Golf Glory is up for grabs this week. And you can get in on all of the action by not just watching golf, playing golf, but betting on golf. And our friends at FanDuel are giving you a chance with a risk-free first bet up to $1,000. That's right. Just place your first bet on golf using promo code Monroe on FanDuel. Download FanDuel, use promo code Monroe, and FanDuel will refund you up to $1,000 back in site credit if you don't win. It's been an exciting golf season so far. We certainly have seen some interesting matches all season long, right, Biffy?
Yes, we have, and Phil Mickelson even winning.
Yeah, I mean, that was just that was probably the highlight of it. So don't miss out on the fun. Don't just watch it. Don't just applaud it. Don't just, say, oh, boy, that's great. And even maybe replicate it yourself by going out and golfing. Did you golf last night, by the way?
Yes, we did. We got it in, and the ball was flying yesterday.
Was it really?
Yes.
Well, it's golf season for sure. And you can join in on all the betting fun on golf on FanDuel Sportsbook. They have all kinds of great promos. You can vote on The outright winners on who's going to make or miss a cut on any tournament, head-to-head matchups. You can do any kind of golfing betting you'd like to have, assuming you like to play golf or watch golf or bet on golf. Betting always adds a little extra thrill to it, a little skin in the game, as I like to say. And if you're going to put that skin in the game, FanDuel is perhaps the best app to use. Always great promos. It's easy to use, very intuitive, very safe, very secure, and your payouts come to you fairly quickly. So, download FanDuel to get in on a piece of the action. Remember, the sign-up code is Monroe, M-O-N-R-O-E. That way they know that we sent you. And by using it, you unlock your risk-free first bet up to $1,000. As always, I have to remind you, you must be 21 or older, physically present in West Virginia. The first online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit. It expires in 14 days. Restrictions do apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. And if you have a gambling problem, visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net or call 1-800-GAMBLER. FanDuel Sportsbook. Whether it's golf or anything else, more ways to win. Biff, did you know there used to be a casino at Wheeling Park? We think of the casino on the island now. Do you know there used to be a casino at Wheeling Park?
I did not know that.
There used to be a casino. There used to be carousels. It used to be an amusement park. The history of Wheeling Park is really interesting. And the park is celebrating 95 years this year. Flashback Friday, so the park's sort of giant season-long birthday event. We're going to talk about the interesting history of Wheeling Park with Eric Jonasson from the Ogilvy Foundation. And that's coming up next here on the Watchdog Morning Show. It's 64 degrees at the airport, 60 here at my home studios, 8 o'clock in the morning.
The Watchdog is FM 98.1, AM 1600 WKKX Wheeling, FM 97.7, AM 1370 WVLY Moundsville.
The ABC News is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
From ABC News, I'm Brian Clark. Large portions of the Gulf Coast are under tropical...
The 840 segment, I'll use one montage and one stand-up comedy bit. I don't care or know which ones. Just find one. We'll stick those in 840, and I think I'll use the late night comedy in that 840 segment too. Thanking you. And Eric's, I think, is coming in, I believe. Okay, good.